Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Now, as we all know, the Indigo Disk DLC is right around the corner, but there's still quite a few things that you need to do in preparation for the second part of the hidden treasure of Area Zero. So today, we're going to be going over everything you need to do before the Indigo Disk drops. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are you most excited for in the Indigo Disk, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, the first thing you're going to want to do, and it's going to sound really obvious, but it's to complete the base Pokemon Scarlet and Violet storyline and the Teal Mask storyline too. It has been confirmed on the Pokemon website that you will not be able to play the Indigo Disk DLC until both of these storylines have been completed. It's not been revealed whether we need to complete the post-game as well, but it's not going to take you that long, so I would definitely think about doing that as well. There's going to be nothing worse than the Indigo Disk update dropping and you not being able to play it because you haven't beaten the post game as well. So definitely complete the storylines for both the base game of Scarlet and Violet and the Teal Mask, and I'd advise you to do the post game as well. Why not? It's only going to take you like an hour longer, but either way, you have to do that before the Indigo Disk drops. Coming up next, and it's quite a big one, it's to EV train your Pokemon and make them as competitive as possible. It has been revealed to us that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's Indigo Disk DLC is going to pretty much be the hardest form of Pokemon battling that we've ever experienced in any Pokemon game ever. They are actually going to be having competitively ready teams. It's going to all be VGC. We've seen from recent trailers that there's going to be a Sun team for Crispin. He's got a Magmortar and an Executor out on the field at the same time. The Executor is probably going to have Chlorophyll. The Magmortar is probably going to set up Drought. So there's going to be things like that you have to deal with. There's most likely going to be Rain teams, probably a Trick Room team, maybe a Sand team. So you're going to have to make your Pokemon as competitive as Pokemon. Otherwise, they will just get completely outclassed. It's not even the sense that you have to level them up to 100 as well. I feel like not competitive level 100 Pokemon against these level 85 competitive Pokemon, you're still going to struggle a lot. So you're going to have to take a look at how to EV train and IV train your Pokemon properly. Good thing is, it's very simple to do in Scarlet and Violet with vitamins and bottle caps and stuff like that, but definitely make sure your team is ready for the Indigo Disk DLC. Coming up next, carrying on with the whole battle situation, you're going to want to stock up on items. They're going to be used a lot, let's be honest. Like, if you're not the greatest Pokemon battler and you're going up against these competitively ready teams and it's all double battles, you're going to be using a lot of potions, revives, stuff like that. So you're definitely going to want to stock up on all of those, as well as Pokeballs and things like that, because we know that we're going to be able to go out and catch legendary Pokemon once we beat the game. So you're going to need to stock up on all of those items. And I'd also advise stocking up on ingredients as well. It has been data mined that there's going to be new sandwich recipes in the Indigo Disk DLC, and so you're going to want to stock up on all the possible ingredients to be able to create those sandwiches, which hopefully give you even better boosts in the overworld. So stock up on items, stock up on Pokeballs, and definitely stock up on sandwich ingredients too. Coming up next, another thing that you're probably going to want to do before the Indigo Disk drops is stock up on Herba Mystica. There are a lot of returning Pokemon in the Indigo Disk DLC that you can shiny hunt, and of course the more obvious ones from that selection are the starter Pokemon. We have never had all of the starter Pokemon from generations 1 to 8 in one Pokemon game before, but now it is going to be possible in the Indigo Disk DLC, and so a lot of people are going to want to shiny hunt those. As we all know, Herba Mystica, not the easiest to come across because obviously they are just stuck in raids and it's just RNG whether you can get them or not. Hopefully there's a way to buy Herba Mystica in the Indigo Disk. They're probably going to be expensive if that was the case, but you're going to want to stock up on Herba Mystica in order to be able to create those sparkling sandwiches to make shiny hunting the starter Pokemon and other Pokemon that appear in the Indigo Disk that much more simpler. Coming up next, something you also really need to do before the Indigo Disk DLC drops is to stock up on cash. As I've already previously said, there are quite a few things you're going to need to buy going into the Indigo Disk, such as items, Pokeballs, sandwich ingredients, everything like that. But there may also be another mission that you have to do which costs a lot of money. We all know from the Teal Mask that in order to get one of the outfits, you have to rebuild the statue that the Loyal 3 destroyed. The caretaker asks for 1 million Pokédollars, which is not easy to come across. And so if there is another mission similar to that you have to spend a lot of money on, it's going to be worth already having that money. You're not going to want to go out of your way to grind all of that money because it's going to take you a while. Luckily, there's quite a few easy ways to obtain money in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Obviously, there's the tournament that a lot of people have been doing, but even in the Teal Mask, in like the rocky area in the top left, you can get loads of rare bones just found on the ground that sell for like 2,500 a piece, and sometimes you find like 2 in 1. So if you just go around there for like 20 minutes, you'll probably find like 100k pretty easily. So I would definitely advise doing that, but 100% get a lot of money money before going into the Indigo Disk, just in case there is a mission that you need to spend lots of money on. Coming up next, I would definitely advise you sorting out your team for the Indigo Disk in regards to what Pokemon you're actually going to catch. Luckily for us, they have all been data mined, so you know which Pokemon are going to be in the Indigo Disk before even going into it. Now, of course, some Pokemon will be harder to get than others, such as the starters and the legendaries, but the good thing is there is no linear storyline in the Blueberry Academy. You can go to any part of the terrarium at any point to your heart's content. So if you want to go and catch a Duraludon in the snowy biome and evolve that into an Archaludon, you can do that straight away. So that is really, really useful information when creating your team. So I definitely advise going to something like Pokeos, I'll show it on your screen, and just take a look at which Pokemon are going to be in your Indigo Disk team, and then obviously get them ready. And then make sure, if you are using a new team, bring a lot of vitamins and bottle caps to be able to make them competitively ready as well, as we've already spoken about. Coming up next, another thing that you should think about doing before the Indigo Disk DLC drops is to get yourself a shiny Applin. We know that obviously Dipplin is getting an evolution in the Indigo Disk DLC because of the data mines and the fact that the Eviolite works on Dipplin, which can only work on Pokemon that can evolve. No idea if Pokemon left that in on purpose or not, but if you want a shiny Dipplin evolution straight from the bat, then definitely shiny hunt it in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Do the tree method in Tag Tree Thicket, get a shiny Applin, evolve it into Dipplin in the Teal Mask, and then of course, hopefully it's an easy way to evolve Dipplin. Maybe it's like another item or something like that, just like the other evolutions. But you'll be able to get a shiny Dipplin evolution straight off the bat, which is going to be really, really useful. As well as that, another Pokemon that you could shiny hunt before the Indigo Disk DLC drops is, of course, a Duraludon. Now, unfortunately, Duraludon does not appear in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet until the Indigo Disk drops, so you will have to shiny hunt this Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield via Masuda method, or maybe through raids or something like that. But if you are going to want to shiny Archaludon straight away, then that is the only way you're going to be able to do it. Another thing you could do is literally just go to the snowy biome and find a Duraludon there and just try and shiny hunt it. But if you want one for your team straight away before you take on the story, you're going to have to shiny hunt it in a different game. Another thing that you should think about doing before the Indigo Disk drops is to redeem the new mystery gifts that are now available to us. They are really, really good mystery gifts, and they do end soon. You can get a shiny Lucario with the code SHINYBuddy. That ends on the 3rd of January. And as well as that, you can also get a Darkrai mystery gift with the code New Moon is Coming. That finishes on the 21st of December. So you don't have a lot of time to redeem these mystery gifts, but these are two of the best mystery gifts we've ever had. And so you don't want to be kicking yourself and forget about these mystery gifts before the Indigo Disk drops, because you're going to be playing the Indigo Disk so much when it drops, you may forget about these mystery gifts. So get these right now before the Indigo Disk drops, because you may very well forget about them. Finishing things off, another thing to think about doing, you can't do this before the Indigo Disk drops, but don't forget about it, is the Master Ball mystery gift as well. Now, this is not available until the Indigo Disk DLC drops on the 14th of December, but this is going to be a free Master Ball that you can get, probably used on Terrapagos or something like that, but you don't want to miss this out because it's very difficult to get Master Balls, and of course, it's 100% catch rate. So if you do find a shiny legendary or something like that and you don't want to fail it, having an extra Master Ball lying around is going to be very, very useful in order to catch it. So, like I say, the code for that is not out yet, but that is going to be dropping on the 14th of December, so don't forget about that when you do get into the Indigo Disk. I know it's going to be so exciting to play the Indigo Disk, but just remember at the back of your head, oh wait, there's also a Master Ball code as well. Either way though, that is going to finish up today's video. That's just quite a few things that you should think about doing before the Indigo Disk DLC drops. Luckily, by now you should be pretty prepared anyway, because you've obviously had Scarlet and Violet and the Teal Mask in order to get really strong Pokemon, EV train them, get a lot of money, get a lot of items in preparation for the Indigo Disk. But I still think the battles are going to be really, really difficult. So I think sorting your team out is going to be really, really important. But either way, if you enjoyed the video, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on today's list and anything else that you think you should need to do before the Indigo Disk drops. Of course, this is trying to be a helpful video, but if you've got anything else, then definitely let us know in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. We are going to be playing the Indigo Disk all the way through on Thursday, non-stop. So if you want to play along with us, make sure to subscribe and get ready for that. Either way, have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.